On this open, I think we're good with this. So we lead with the Veil, then we can go to Layer the Hydra, play Goro Goro. We just need to draw a second red source for this Thundering Raiju. Alright, so against white blue, probably I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Jet. No, it's not Jet Guy. It's the white blue black probably. It's always white blue black. So what are you playing, opponent? Hey, look, Doomscar. Alright, well, we'll get in for the 2 and we'll pass it back. Oh, is it just straight white-blue control? Alright, I'm going to attempt to put 2 counters on Goro Goro here. I'm going to try to force the opponent to actually use the Doomscar if they have it. Wandering Emperor just comes down, right? Let's go for Goro Goro. It's just attacking it again. Here comes the Wandering Emperor. They can activate that at instant speed, so we can't even like stop them from doing that. But we will use Kami's Flare. Basically offset the life gain that they were trying for. They keep hovering over that card, so I'm wondering if it's not a Doomscar. Maybe like the Angel spell? Alright, there's Slot coming. That's a case of how many counterspells does the opponent have? Apparently all the counterspells. Oh, to hold the multiverse. Now just a reminder, Thundering Raiju here will not actually get to deal any damage on the attack trigger. If it had one. Because it only gets to deal damage to the opponent directly for other modified creatures. Well, might as well try for this. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah? No. 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Never mind. I don't attack with it. Yeah, so opponent manages to get their Hullbreaker Horror. We're not allowed to have anything stick to the board anymore, and I shouldn't have actually activated that land because we couldn't have attacked in. Not even because of Hullbreaker Horror, but because of the land here being able to be activated and blocking for them. And we're scooping. What card was it that was under here? Oh, just another Behold. Dang it, that means I was playing around a Doomscar that wasn't there. I feel dumb now. But it's one of those issues. That's one of the nice things about Foretell, is that you can make yourself, make the opponent think you have something you don't. Let's be honest, that's almost always a Doomscar. We are going to just Flame Discharge that right away. I'm not letting that have a chance of growing. Weaver of Harmony for our opponents. We'll go Jugon Defends the Temple. We are going to miss out on one of the +1/+1 counter distributions because they didn't play the Ranger class first. But I think that's going to be okay. Right, let's go this, that way we can play out Invoke the Ancients. And we're going to choose Trample on both of these. Goldspan Dragon is actually a pretty good draw for us. I'll take the action, spend the 1. Next turn, we can actually attack with Rising Star as an 8/8. If the opponent doesn't get rid of it. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we should have enough. Oh no, that's right. They can double it up with Weaver of Harmony. Opponent. Oh well. Opponent still loses though, unless they had another like 1-drop. So, yeah. So the opponent actually did real important things with their deck. Like, they got the Hollowed Haunting out, they managed to double up a Borrowed Time with Weaver of Harmony, and Generous Visitor, they did play it early, but we had the answer for it. So, they did important things with their deck. But we still just outrushed them, thanks to being able to play this on turn 4. And getting the extra benefits of Jugon Defends Temple with Goldspan Dragon as well going. So, our deck has power. There's no denying that. Alright, we'll go ahead and keep this. This actually might seem a little awkward because of this card being in our hand, but it's actually just think of it as a 2-drop Mana Door that we can just play at instant speed. The only downside is it's against the bounce spell, it basically kills it. Alright, Lair of the Hydra is a good draw for us. The reason why I say it's a good draw for us specifically is because we were able to play it within that turn 2 scenario. Reign of Truth, huh? Right, we'll bring out Jugon. And we'll go ahead and attack him for the 1 that we can. I don't see a reason to hold up the Snakeskin Veil here. One counter there. Go ahead and bring out Kadama of the West Tree. Tap it like so. And we'll go get ourselves a red source. No, we have plenty of red. We'll just grab a green. Opponent seems to be, unfortunately, a little stuck on their lands. Let's see. If we go for Invoke the Ancients, it's not really going to help us too much. Go for the Kami's Flare. Get that out of the way. I'm going to hold on to the Boseiju, that way we can potentially free our cards from an imprisonment spell if they go for one. And we get there. So yeah, that was just the opponent unfortunately being mana screwed. But we still actually were showing a good bit with Kadama of the West Tree, getting us the lands. And we had an answer for any of their enchantment creatures with Boseiju the entire time. And Snakeskin Veil if they actually did manage to try to go for more of these imprisonment style cards. Alright, we'll keep this one. Might as well just lead with the Rock Veil. Just because we don't really have a turn on play anyways. Alright, so with Hotshot Mechanic in play, we know we're against a vehicle deck, more than likely. We'll just take it. I just remember this is actually just a straight up artifact. They don't have to actually have vehicles for that. Let's go for the Ranger class upgrade. Attack in. And we can just Flame Discharge now at any point for 2 damage. So, with the opponent's deck looking the way it is, I imagine they are a white-blue deck. But it seems that they're pinched on their mana. It's unfortunate for them. Gorgo's a good draw. So we'll bring out Gorogoro. We'll give it the haste. We'll attack in. Next turn, we can actually activate Gorogoro and create the 5/5 Dragon. Boseiju here will probably just be used as discard to just be a removal spell. But I don't want to do it right now, because it does give them a land, and, well, they're mana screwed, so I don't want to give them the land. But this is actually only 1 green mana to activate for us right now. We'll actually just go at X0, and we're going to get rid of the Hotshot Mechanic here. X0 still is 2 damage. Because we have 2 different modified creatures. It only requires 1 modified creature for the 2 damage, but... Okay, well, let's go ahead and attack in. High-speed hover bike. That'll actually stop Gorogoro from attacking in. Which, that's fine. We can now play Invoke the Ancients and get ourselves 2, 4 or 5 bodies. And we'll give them Vigilance. So the opponent put up a valiant fight here, but I'm pretty sure this is Scoopsville for them. Alright, Portable Hole gets rid of one. If they have another Portable Hole, it gets rid of the other one. That would grow to a 5, and that would grow to a 4. Still not enough to be lethal against us. Alright, Iron Apprentice. Thanks to the Inscription of Abundance, though, we can fight, kill that, remove the potential blocker. They can use it still to crew Hover Bite, because it's only crew requirement 1. Alright, so they stay on the defense. Let's see, we can go Thundering Raiju. That will end up dealing, what is it, 1, 2, 3. 3 points of damage to them. Rings out as a 4/4. Trying to think of, like, what's our better play options here. I think our best play is still to attack in. See how the opponent blocks. Put the +1/+1 counter here. I'm actually fine with giving up Goro here, if they try to block with the 5/5 against it. We can just put the 2 +1/+1 counters on it with the Inscription of Abundance. Oh, I did that thing again? Alright, I'll fix that. Thanks for the heads up there, Temeril. So, let's see, they're double blocking there. Put the damage on this Patchwork Automaton. We'll use Inscription of Abundance. Whoops. Let's see. Kick it. 2 counters, gain X life. We're not going to use the fight mechanic. The reason why we're not using fight mechanic is the only target we can actually do it to is the Iron Apprentice. And if we kill the Iron Apprentice, it allows them to put the +1/+1 counter on one of their other creatures before the damage is assigned. Alright, so opponent did have a fairly aggressive hand with all of these Patchwork Automatons. They unfortunately just got stuck with 2 lands. They may have actually just been a mono-white version of the deck. This was Modified Rush that we just played. The idea was that we were trying to take advantage of these new modified cards in a form of Invigorating Hot Spring, and this actually, when it was in play and wasn't like immediately destroyed by, strangely enough, Mono Black, it ended out doing a lot of good work for us, making it so that our creatures had haste because we could put +1/+1 counters from it on our creatures. And it also made it so that we can help activate our cards like Kadama the West Tree, Goro, and unfortunately, I think Goro, while he's a good card, I never really get to activate him for the dragon. I got to do it one time, but strangely enough, I don't really get to do it that often. I mean, I say strangely enough, he is a pretty small body. He is only a 2/2, and the main issue is he either gets swept up off the board thanks to things like Meathook Massacre or other similar cards. But I do actually like this card. He's actually pretty fun. Jugon Defends the Temple was actually working out really well in the deck. And strangely enough, the Careful Cultivation, just being able to discard this for the 1/1 token, was also working out really well. We never did get into a situation where I played it for the enchantment, although there was one game where we thought we might do it. Thundering Raiju on the couple games that came in play did some decent work. Toski didn't really ever show up except for in one game, and it was just a game we were already getting steamrolled in, so it wasn't very useful, because mono white doing mono white things, being very fast and aggressive, and we didn't get any of our early burn spells. Invoke the Ancients was definitely a powerhouse. Usually whenever we casted this, we ended up winning the game. And Goldspan Dragon also just did Goldspan Dragon things for us. So overall, I think the deck works pretty well. I don't think it's perfect at the moment. I think there's things that you can try to do to tweak this to make it a little more consistent. I'm not entirely sure what's the best options. Maybe another Jigan probably might help it out. Just because this actually, strangely enough, isn't a legendary card. I honestly thought this was would have been like legendary in the effects before the back half, but no, it's just not legendary at all. So it's not bad to actually run more copies of this. The main issue I think is just I think I'm spread out a little too much on our double costs to a quadruple cost. It's interfering with the mana base a little bit. Now, I do like the idea of running the Thundering Raijus, but I think Thundering Raiju may be a card that we want to cut from the deck. I don't think this is the deck for it, is what I'm basically thinking. And maybe that way we can get some earlier 2-drops in the deck that can help ramp us into what we're doing over here. Maybe bring in another Toski, then maybe bring in another Jigan, and that would probably help round out the deck a little bit better. I'm not 100% sure, but that's my take on the deck.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch in the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video and have a nice one.